Hi everyone! Are you facing a frustrating import error that says cannot import name urldecode from werkzeug.urls? This is a very common issue for Python developers, especially when working with Flask or other web frameworks that rely on werkzeug. Don't worry, it's usually a version compatibility problem, and we'll get it sorted out quickly. Werkzeug is a powerful utility library that Flask relies on heavily. In older versions of werkzeug, the urldecode function was directly available from werkzeug.urls. However, in newer versions, this function has either been moved, renamed, or deprecated in favor of Python's built-in capabilities. When your code tries to import urldecode from a path that no longer exists in your installed werkzeug version, you get this import error. It's like looking for a book on a shelf where it used to be, but the library reorganized. So, how do we fix it? Here are a few solutions. First, let's check your current werkzeug version. Open your terminal or command prompt and type pip show werkzeug. Note the version number. If it's a very recent version, like 2.1.0 or higher, this error is almost certainly due to the function's removal or relocation from that specific import path. One straightforward solution is to downgrade your werkzeug package. If your project is older or relies on a specific Flask version that expects an older werkzeug, the easiest fix might be to install a slightly older, compatible version. For example, you could try pip install werkzeug equals 2.0.3 or pip install werkzeug equals 0.16.1. Always refer to your project's requirements.txt file or the Flask documentation for the exact compatible werkzeug version. This forces your environment to use a werkzeug version where urldecode was still available at the werkzeug.urls path. However, the recommended and most future-proof solution is to use Python's standard library. Python itself has excellent URL parsing capabilities built right within its urlib.parse module. Instead of from werkzeug.urls import urldecode, you can simply import !+ or ! From urlib.parse. For example, you would write from urlib.parse import !+ and then use !+ your _encoded string. The !+ function is particularly useful because it handles spaces represented as plus signs, which is common in URL encoding, in addition to %encoded characters. The !+ function only decodes %encoded characters. This approach makes your code less dependent on specific werkzeug versions for this particular task, making it more robust and standard. Finally, in some very specific edge cases, if you absolutely must use a werkzeug-specific utility that has moved, you might find its new location in werkzeug.utils or werkzeug.sancio.utils, or even directly in werkzeug.wrappers.request as url_decode. But for simple URL decoding, the urlib.parse solution is almost always the better choice. To summarize, when you encounter the import error for urldecode from werkzeug.urls, your main options are downgrade your werkzeug package to a compatible version, or, even better, switch to using Python's built-in !+ or !+ from urlib.parse. This ensures your code remains stable and portable. I hope this helps you fix that pesky import error and gets you back to coding. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more programming tips and tutorials. It really helps the channel grow. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions or other solutions. Happy coding!